This afternoon, I want to deliver a message regarding the topics of my worth, my community, and my future. In the Old Testament of the Bible, Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, we find these words. "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope." I want you all to take a moment and think of 3 words that you believe best represent your self-worth. The 3 words that reflect my self-worth, I call the 3 Ds: diligence, dedication, and determination. We all devise goals in life that we hope to achieve. I believe the key to accomplishing these goals comes with much hard work. As I was doing my research, I stumbled upon this adage multiple times. It states, "For decades, Black parents have told their children that in order to succeed, despite racial discrimination, they need to be twice as good, twice as smart, twice as dependable, and twice as talented." A lot of our young men, specifically African Americans and Latinos, are more influenced by what social media depicts us as. First, the media sees us as lazy. However, statistics from the Atlantic Daily show that the unemployment rate for Blacks during the 3rd quarter of 2015 was 9.5%, and for Latinos, it was 6.6%. Second, the media sees us as uneducated. However, the statistics from Pew Research Center shows that the dropout rate amongst African Americans in 2013 was 8%. And for Latinos, the rate decreased from 32% in 2000 to 14% in 2013, clearly indicating improvement. Maybe it's because some have lack of support or do not have higher aspirations for themselves. The question is, why does the media portray our African American Latino men in this way? Is it because the media has only captured the ones who are being stopped by the police? How about glorifying our achievements, celebrate our young men who do complete high school, who do go on to college, who do create more of themselves in society rather than a man with a number and an orange jumpsuit? A famous African proverb states, "If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together." Although our future lays in our hands, I believe that having support to get you there is very important. Having this support should be used to help steer you into the right direction. For me, my community starts with my hometown, Springfield, Massachusetts, my school, Sabbath International Charter School, my church, St. John's Congregational Church, my friends, and my family. Having community support provides you with things such as connections, inspirations, and resources. It is very important to have this community support, but not having it does not necessarily mean that a person cannot still accomplish what they want in life. Let's look at 2 examples of people who became successful without a supportive community and with a supportive community. An example of someone who didn't have a supportive community is Deval Patrick. However, he became the first Black governor of the state of Massachusetts, one of only 2 Black governors elected in American history. He called his path to governorship an improbable journey. When he was 4 years old, his father abandoned the family, leaving Patrick, his mother, and sister impoverished. Patrick had scrambled out of poverty from one of the roughest neighborhoods in Chicago to excel onto land jobs in the highest echelons of the nation's government and most powerful corporations. Deval Patrick is an example of how we do not have to let our past determine our future. On the other hand, Senator Edward William Brooks III came from a supportive community. The young Brooke grew up in a supportive home, and he eventually became the first African American to serve as State Attorney General in 1962, and became the first Black politician from Massachusetts to serve in Congress. I'm sure you have all heard the song, or at least the saying, started from the bottom, now we're here. The name of one of Drake's songs from 2013. To me, this one line paints a picture of how we started from the bottom with all the struggles that our ancestors faced, and how they fought through those struggles in order to succeed. Over time, we have shown that we have more in us than those setbacks. Unfortunately, we are sometimes discriminated against to this day when it comes to situations such as jobs and education. But think back to the 1600s, when our ancestors had to deal with slavery, racist violence, and poverty. It took 246 years to end, but we have definitely shown that we can overcome these problems. You could say our ancestors, us, and many famous African American Latino men had broken the cycle. By this, I mean that we have made many accomplishments over the years in spite of the problems that we used to face. Muhammad Ali broke the cycle, became the best African American boxer. Martin Luther King broke the cycle, became a very famous African American activist and prophet. And President Barack Obama broke the cycle as he became the first African American president of the United States. Okay, audience, I need you all to do me a favor. Turn to your neighbor and ask them, will you help me break the cycle?
Will you help me break the cycle?
Thank you. Thank you for your time and your attention.